We've got power, we've got might.
We've got power, we've got might.
The people want a general strike.
The people want a general strike.
We've got power, we've got might.
We've got power, we've got might.
The people want a general strike.
The people want a general strike.
No ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA.
No ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA.
We said no ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA.
No ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA.
Say now, no ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA.
No ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA.
We said no ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA.
No ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA.
Racist ICE, we don't need them.
Racist ICE, we don't need them.
What we want is total freedom.
What we want is total freedom.
Racist ICE, we don't need them.
Racist ICE, we don't need them.
What we want is total freedom.
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 Donald Trump, let's be clear.
Donald Trump, let's be clear.
Immigrants are welcome here.
Immigrants are welcome here.
Donald Trump, let's be clear.
Donald Trump, let's be clear.
Immigrants are welcome here.
Immigrants are welcome here.
Refugees are welcome here.
Refugees are welcome here.
Refugees are welcome here.
Refugees are welcome here.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
Give it up for yourselves. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for coming out today. January 20th, as we know, marks 1 year since Trump took office for his second term. And all across this country today, millions of people have walked out of school and out of work, taking to the streets to demand an end to the war against working people at home and abroad, and to demand an end to ICE terror. We are joined together against Trump's racist billionaire program, and we refuse to let Trump, ICE, and this administration operate with impunity. From the murder of Renee Nicole Good, shame.
Shame.
In Minneapolis, to daily mass deportations happening all across the country and here in Rhode Island, shame.
Shame.
This administration has shown us exactly who they are. Trump is attacking us on every front. His administration is ripping families apart.
Shame.
They're cutting vital aid for heating and food.
Shame.
They're letting healthcare costs rise.
Shame.
Accelerating environmental destruction.
Shame.
And threatening war across the world for land and resources, while tearing apart the services that working people need to survive.
Shame.
This is not random chaos. This is the billionaire agenda. As working people suffer, billionaires and the politicians they've bought line their pockets. Shame.
Shame.
We know that business cannot run as usual, and what is happening to people across the country is not normal. They profit when we're afraid. They profit when we're divided. That's why they fund the deportation machine. That's why they fund the war machine. They're different targets, but it's the same system of control and profit. Shame.
Shame.
When they come for one of us, they're coming for all of us. I said when they come for one of us, they're coming for all of us. And that means despite the fear, we must remember that all of us share a common enemy. And when it's us versus them, the people always win. Our answer can't just be rightful outrage. Our answer is organization. We need a mass movement run by the working class. We're the ones who make society run, and so we should run society. We need to build a movement that fights for healthcare. A movement that fights for housing, for education, for an end to war, for an end to the mass violence from Gaza to Venezuela and right here in our own backyards. We are fighting to live not just with dignity, but with impunity and with freedom. This is bigger than Trump. He is the face, but it's capitalism that's our target. Capitalism is a system that prioritizes private property and profit over people. And we're here today because we know that a different world is possible. And it's our responsibility to have the courage and discipline to fight, to protect our neighbors, and to get organized and build real power for and by the people. For our first speaker, please help me welcome Imam Abdul Latif, a beloved faith leader and civil rights movement leader here in Rhode Island.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Assalamu alaikum is a greeting and is also a prayer. It means peace. And peace comes from God. So I want peace in your life, peace in your heart, and peace in the world. This is one of the reasons why we're here. And this was the purpose of Dr. MLK. He stood up for peace, justice, and liberty. So I just want to give a reminder to everybody. What is happening today, the reason why we are here is not by chance. It's not by chance. The majority of people, of human beings, they have good hearts. This is what it means, by being a human. When we see wrong, when we see oppression, the good people, the good-hearted people stand up and speak up. In Islam, there is something called the goal of the Sharia. Many of you heard the Islamic Sharia, Islamic law. There are certain goals, certain rights. One of them is preservation of life, protecting life. Secondly, preservation of religion. You have the right to worship as you want. Third, preservation of lineage. One's lineage, family, and children. So when children and women and your lineage is getting attacked, there's no way you can sit back and relax. There's no way you can sit back and close your eyes. Because we are all one. We are all related. There was a time, you may not remember, but I'll remind you. There was a time when we were all in paradise as souls. Souls have no color. Souls have no color. When we were souls in paradise, God, He made a covenant with us. He asked us, "Lastu bi rabbikum, am I not your Lord? Am I not your creator? Am I not your sustainer?" And we all responded in the affirmative. Right? And the reason why we are all here, it is said that those souls that were in close vicinity to each other will meet on this earth. will meet on this earth. So, and it's not by chance that we're all here, because we were once all together in paradise in close vicinity. So he made a covenant that when I send you to the earth, will you do what is right? Will you stand up for justice? So we are here. We made that covenant in paradise, but we are making it come into fruition on this earth. And that means we are following the right way. We are fulfilling our purpose. But what happened? What happened when our souls were sent into this physical form and made into different colors, right? Different languages, right? It was done not to create disunity or chaos or hatred amongst each other. God made us into different colors, speaking different languages. That's one of his signs, to show his beauty, like the different colors of roses, the different colors of flowers. How beautiful are different colors of flowers. God made us into different colors, speaking different languages, eating different foods. I say, mashallah, how tasty is a pizza? How tasty is biryani? How tasty is all the different foods? How tasty are those? Imagine eating the same food every day. Imagine. But God, he says in our diversity is beauty. But what happened? When we were put into this farm, he made the first human being. He called this human being insan. Insan. What does it mean, insan? The one who always forgetting. We're always forgetting. So it is up to us to remind each other what is the purpose of the human being. To speak up against injustice. To speak up against racism. To speak up for liberty and justice for all. There cannot be any justice. There cannot be any liberty and freedom if the government is unjust. If you've ever been to New York, you see the Statue of Liberty. When you're standing in front of the Statue of Liberty, she has her hand up, and everyone sees this. Oh, I want to go see the Statue of Liberty, Lady Liberty. But what you cannot see is the bottom of her feet. There are chains. There are chains at the bottom of her feet to remind us of our past and to remind us of our past. But what must we do, brothers and sisters? Is that this government, this regime, they're trying to bring us back. They are trying to bring us back to a time of ignorance. So it's up to us, brothers and sisters. Right? It's up to us. One of the prophets, he gathered all of his disciples. Every prophet had a disciple. There were some prophets on the day of judgment, when everything ends, come to an end, they will be by themselves because no one helped them. No one assisted them. They will come by themselves. Can you imagine? But this prophet Jesus, he had his disciples. And he asked them. He says, he asked them.
He put the mic closer, don't worry.
When Jesus said to his disciples, his companions, "Man ansari ilallah," he asked a question. He asked a question. And this question is made up of two nouns. In the Arabic language, two nouns, it entails something that is firm, without a doubt. He asked a very definitive question. Who are the helpers of God? Who is the helper of God? Who will stand up for justice and right? And they responded. Because he asked that question in a definitive manner, right? Because he wanted a definitive answer. And they said, we are the helpers of God. We will stand up for justice. Who will stand up for justice? Who will stand up for right?
We will.
So he asked that question in a definitive manner because some people can say, oh, give me time to think. Not right now. And I still have a lot of things to do. Oh, people are dying. People are being attacked. We don't have time. We don't have much time. We have to do what is right. We have to stand up for justice. And this was the way of the luminaries, these freedom fighters here, especially here in America, that stood up for justice. For us to have the freedom what we have now. So this is the reason I'm here, to remind us. Because the human being, the human being, the name is insanity, the one who always forgetting. We're always forgetting. So we have to remind each other. We have to push each other to do what is right. God said, yeah, I bet, all my servants, I have made oppression prohibited upon me. I have prohibited oppression. And the word for oppression is called dhulm. All right? And this word, what is the definition of this word? Of oppression? It means something not being in the right place. Something being out of place. For example, if you see a whale on the ocean, on the side of the ocean, on the sand, what's going to happen if it stays a long time on the sand? What's going to happen? It's going to die. So what we must do, we must put the whale back in this correct environment. Like a dog being abused in the cage, not being fed. If you see this, how can the heart allow this to happen? How can a human being allow this to happen? You must free that dog and feed the dog and take care of the dog and take him to somewhere he can get help. Right? So oppression is something not being in his right place, not being in his right element. So as human beings, when we see oppression, there is no way, brothers and sisters, that we can allow that to happen. We must not allow that to happen. We must stand up. We must speak up. Thank you.
No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here.
No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here.
No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here.
No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here.
No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here.
No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here.
Thank you again, Imam Abdul Latif. If you're over on this side and you'd prefer not to be on the snow, feel free to come fill in over here. We're here today as people of all different creeds, of all different races, of all different national backgrounds, knowing that Trump's racist regime intends to divide us, but we will not be divided. And so I'd like to welcome up another faith leader to the mic. Please welcome Pastor Santiago of the Church of Ascension, Gloria Dei.
Thank you to this powerful organization that invite us to be here con ustedes. El propósito nuestro al reunirnos aquí bajo este frío,
the purpose of us being here under this cold
es decirle a ICE
is to tell ICE
fuera de Rhode Island.
out of Rhode Island.
¡Fuera de Rhode Island! Estamos dispuestos a pagar el precio
And we're willing to pay the price
por la paz,
for peace,
por el amor,
for love,
por la misericordia,
for mercy,
por el bienestar,
and for the well-being,
por la unidad de la
for
familia.
unity of family.
Pagamos el precio.
We will pay the price.
Y estamos dispuestos a confrontar
And we're willing to confront
a los que están en contra de eso.
those who are against this.
Nosotros sabemos
We know
cómo pelear
how to fight
sin violencia.
without violence.
Lo aprendimos ya
We already learned this
con Martin Luther King,
with Martin Luther King,
con Mahatma Gandhi,
with Mahatma Gandhi,
con Mandela.
with Mandela.
Así que es posible
So it is possible
lograr lo que nosotros anhelamos
to accomplish this that we have already accomplished
pacíficamente.
peacefully.
Y este es un buen ejemplo, este es un buen ejemplo.
This is a perfect example.
Quiero saludar a mi amigo
I want to say hello to my friend
que es musulmán, musulmán,
that he is Muslim
y yo soy cristiano.
and I am Christian.
Yo endorso todo lo que tú dijiste.
I endorse everything you said.
Las élites de poder
The elites of power,
nos han engañado
they have tricked us.
y ellos creen que las diferencias
And they think that the differences,
significa división.
that they mean division.
La élite, lo que pasa es que la élite le tiene terror a la unidad.
Is that the elites are afraid of unity.
No nos dejemos engañar.
Let us not be tricked.
Las diferencias son necesarias,
Differences are needed,
pero hay algo en común, hay algo en común.
but there is something in common.
Que todos nosotros somos seres humanos
Is that we are all human beings
creados por Dios.
created by God.
Así que, eyes out of Rhode Island.
Guys, get out of Rhode Island.
¿Por qué? Porque nosotros no queremos odio en este estado.
Because we do not want hate in this state.
No queremos división de la familia.
We do not want division in the families.
Este es un estado de bienvenida que le da la bienvenida a todo el mundo,
This is a state that welcomes everyone,
excepto ICE.
except us.
Bueno, podemos decir muchas cosas más, pero vamos a seguir adelante, marchando a donde quiera que nos lleve. Pero
Well, we can say many more things, but we will continue to march on.
sigamos luchando
Let's continue to fight
por los valores que caracterizan a esta nación y que muchos lo han olvidado.
Let's continue to fight on for the values that represent this nation that many have forgotten about them.
Gracias a todos.
Thank you to all.
All right, let me teach you a chant in Spanish. It goes aquí, allá. Aquí, allá. El pueblo vencerá. We said aquí, allá. Aquí, allá. El pueblo vencerá. El pueblo vencerá. Aquí, allá. Aquí, allá. El pueblo vencerá. El pueblo vencerá. Give it up one more time for Pastor Santiago. Next, I'd like to welcome to the mic Nancy from Arise. Nancy is a second-generation Hmong American. Her family fled the secret war in Laos and Vietnam, later coming to the U.S. with hopes of freedom and opportunity. And unfortunately, that was not the case. Her family experienced structural inequities in the education and healthcare systems in America, and that is why she is here today working with the community so that we can all thrive instead of just survive. Please welcome Nancy.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Nancy, and I am the program manager of the Alliance Rhode Island Southeast Asians for Education. I am a child of Hmong genocide survivors, and I'm here today to fight for those inhumanely detained and without a permanent home. From the mountains of Laos to the overcrowded refugee camps in Thailand, to the ghettos in the United States filled with over-policing and racism. The US is an imperialist empire. First, they stolen indigenous land and now invading Venezuela, Greenland, and intervening in the Thailand-Cambodia conflict. Throughout history, the US intended to spread capitalism to the Vietnam War, and during the Vietnam War and the Secret War in Laos, that's why Laos remained as a neutral country, due to its rich resources. The US recruited tens and thousands of Hmong fighters because they didn't want to put their own soldiers on the line.
Shame.
The US began the secret air war in Laos, one plane load every 8 minutes for 24 hours a day. That happened between 1964 and 1973. This equals to 2 million tons of ordnance in Laos. Over 100 Hmong pilots were recruited and trained by the US. They did mission after mission until they all died.
Shame.
When the US withdrew from Laos, they left Hmong people to fend for themselves. I'm here today because my family escaped persecution for generations and were forced to flee to the jungles. These traumatic life experiences not only exist in the Hmong community, but in other Southeast Asian communities as well. We did not come to America because we wanted to. We are here because they were there.
That's right.
It was forced displacement. Yet this place that we saw refuge in, this country, this administration, constantly targets and seeks to discard us back to a place where some of us are unfamiliar with. We are seeing this happen across the nation, specifically in Minnesota, another place I hold close to home. On January 7th, Renee Good was shot by an ICE agent 3 times. ICE claimed that this was an act of self-defense and that Renee Good tried to use her vehicle to harm them. A doctor on site tried to check on Renee Good, but ICE didn't allow him. Renee Good was a US citizen and wrongfully killed. On January 18, ICE agents forcefully broke down the door of Tong Lee Scott Tao at his home in St. Paul, Minnesota. He too sacrificed his life to support the United States. Without showing a warrant or asking for identification, multiple armed agents entered the apartment, pointed guns at the family, and handcuffed him inside his own home. He was taken outside in freezing weather, wearing only an underwear and Crocs, and placed into an SUV. Only after fingerprinting and running his information did ICE confirm that he is a US citizen and had no criminal record. He was dropped back at home with no apology or explanation. These instances are the only ones getting the most media coverage as of now. However, we know that there are many more lives kidnapped by ICE unlawfully by the minute.
Shame.
ICE are currently roaming the streets, committing crimes in broad daylight, showing up at our youth houses and neighborhoods. This administration does not care if you are a citizen, if you have no criminal record, or if you already paid your time and consequences. They are coming for everyone and anyone. This is an attack on our civil liberties, constitutional rights, and our humanity. This is racism at the intersection of capitalism. This administration is intentionally targeting the most vulnerable, our communities. We must hold the government and ICE accountable. Imagine if all the money that funds ICE and the military were put into our healthcare and education system. We would be in a better place today. The US will not be here without immigrants and refugees. This lawn belongs to the indigenous people and was built by enslaved Black bodies. This is why it's important to know and understand the history of how this country came to be. Now is not the time to be silent. This is the time to fight for the rights of humans. ICE is in our communities, instilling fear and illegally detaining our people. We sacrifice our lives for the United States. We will and must continue to fight back. We have to resist, and we have to mobilize and demand a world that sees us as whole people.
Healthcare and education. Not war and deportation.
Not war and deportation.
Healthcare and education.
Healthcare and education.
Not war and deportation.
Not war and deportation.
Healthcare and education.
Healthcare and education.
Not war and deportation.
Not war and deportation.
Give it up again for Nancy. Our next speaker is an organizer with the Democratic Socialists of America. Please welcome Jordan to the mic.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jordan Garces, and I am an organizer with the Rhode Island Democratic Socialists of America. Friends and neighbors, there is a terrible plague of terror crossing our country. Fear of a knock at the door, fear of a parent not coming home from work, and fear of one's whole life being torn away by an agency that answers to no community, no humanity, and no justice. ICE does not protect us. ICE is not about safety, and ICE is only about control. What we are witnessing is the domestic face of an empire that has been at war with the people for centuries. ICE is an agency that's only existed for 22 years, but the ideas that it represents have been as old as the empire itself. What's happening here at home is not separate from what's happening in the rest of the world. It's the same system, all just different uniforms. The same government that sends ICE into our neighborhoods sends drones into villages abroad. The same politicians who say that there's no money for housing will always find the money for war. And the same corporations that profit from the detention centers profit from weapons, surveillance, and occupation. This is not a coincidence. This is the design. The empire needs enemies. And when foreign enemies no longer work for us, they manufacture internal ones. Immigrants become the threat. Refugees become the threat. Working people are turned against each other while the wealthy are looting everything in plain sight. This is why they tell us to fear each other instead of the billionaires. This is why they send police instead of addressing poverty. And this is why they build prisons instead of homes. Because this system cannot survive without the violence. ICE was never a mistake. It's not broken. It's working exactly as it was intended to be.
That's right.
And we need to be clear about something right here. Donald Trump may be the latest tumor at the head of the empire, but he did not create it. And removing him will not cure it. ICE was created under George Bush. It was expanded under both Obama and Biden. And under Trump, it has been weaponized against us.
That's right.
Year after year, administration after administration, Democrat and Republican alike, different speeches, same exact cages. Trump may be accelerating the violence, but the machine was already built and has been fed by both parties without pause. So let's stop lying to ourselves. The Democrats, they're not coming to save us. The Republicans never intended to. We will save us. And I want to remind us of something that they never want us to remember. Nothing good in this country was ever given to us. Slavery did not end because the politicians suddenly grew a conscience. It ended because enslaved people resisted and abolitionists organized. Civil rights did not come from the speeches alone. They came from the boycotts, the marches, the strikes, and the mass disruption. LGBT rights were never won because suddenly somebody decided to care. They were won because people fought back at Stonewall and refused to disappear. The weekend, the 8-hour workday, bans on child labor, all these were fought for in blood by the working people. Every gain that working people have ever made has come from organized, collective pressure. From people who were told that they were asking for too much. From the people who were told that it was impossible, but they were proved wrong every single time. So before we lay out our demands today, I want us all to be honest with each other right now. If someone that you loved was being attacked right next to you, could you really look them in the eye and say that you did all that you could because you demanded the attacker to stop? No! Of course not. When violence is happening right in front of you, neutrality is a choice. Waiting for permission is also a choice. History does not remember those of us who ask politely, it remembers those who intervened. So our demands are not requests today. They are commitments. They are promises that we are going to make to each other that we will not look away from this violence. We demand that ICE is out of Providence. We demand the abolition of ICE. We demand the end to U.S. weapon, money, and political cover for Israel's genocide of the Palestinian people. We demand freedom for Palestine. We demand that the U.S. gets out of Venezuela. We demand that the U.S. abandons its plans to seize Greenland. Finally, we demand that every dollar spent on war and repression be spent on housing, food, healthcare, and dignity for us instead. I'm saying these demands here today, not because the people at the top are suddenly going to change and listen to us. I'm saying these demands for us here today so that we are clear about our goals, our direction, and our responsibility to one another. That's right. Rallies don't change the world by themselves. Organized people do. These are the moments where we find each other. These are the moments where we commit to each other. And these are the moments where movements are born. All right. I want to end my speech today with a little chant. People who have come to this are going to know this one. So I'm going to ask, who protects us? We protect us. All right, I'm going to continue this chant, but as we're going, sometimes when we come out to these things, we just say the words. What I'm going to ask from everyone here today, I want you to feel the words. So we're going to chant until we all hear and feel what these words actually mean to us. So who protects us? We protect us. I don't know, are we sure? Who protects us? We protect us. Who protects us? We protect us. Who protects us? We protect us. 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 All right. Thank you, everybody.
Make some noise one more time for Jordan. I'd like to welcome the final speaker in this first part of our program before we march. She is a student leader who came down here with the high school student contingent led by Providence Student Union. Please welcome Leah to the mic.
Hello, my name is Leah Alvaro, and I'm speaking today as a student, an immigrant, and a part of the Providence Student Union. I'm also speaking alongside students across this country who are standing united against ICE terror. We're here marking 1 year since the second Trump administration began. But for many of us, this past year hasn't been measured in months or headlines. It's been measured in fear, in waiting and wondering whether today is the day someone doesn't come home. Because ICE has shown us that nowhere is off limits. Not your homes, not courthouses, not campuses, and not schools. Weeks ago, here in Providence, we saw something that should never be normal. Parents dropping off their children, kids grabbing their backpacks, doing what families do every single day. And still, fear followed them. Across the country and here in Rhode Island, ICE has come for parents while they drop off their kids, and for young people in the very places they are supposed to be learning and growing. It's absurd to say ICE makes schools safer while the same administration is stripping education funding and dismantling the Department of Education. These gains came from the civil rights movement. Fighting for students today means funding education, not ICE, not war. In a district where students already worry about their safety, their housing, their food, and their families, this crossed the line. PSU students have organized to get cops out of school. Treating youth as criminals, immigrant or not, is wrong. Our stance against what ICE is doing to our peers is a continuation of that demand. We deserve to learn in peace. Because when students are afraid that their peers or parents might be taken on the way to school, learning becomes impossible. When one person is taken, the impact does not stop there. It moves through our school, our neighborhoods, and entire states. And yet, despite this, not enough action is being taken. We are demanding that the Rhode Island government move faster. We are demanding virtual court hearings so people don't have to choose between showing up to court and putting themselves at risk. Access to justice should not require exposure to harm. I'm also speaking as a volunteer on the defense line. I'm 17 years old. I'm on outlooks and email chains with the same officials whose systems target my community. My work is extended into places no teenager should have to focus on. I stay ready in case our community needs defense or support. All while I'm supposed to be thinking about graduation, my final exams, and what come next. And I know I'm not the only one. How are we supposed to focus solely on school when our communities are constantly at risk? It's not normal, and it's not okay, and it's not what anyone's childhood is supposed to look like. My worry should be school and starting college in the fall, not whether I'll get an alert saying another individual has been taken, not whether our families are about to be torn apart by a system that treats presence as a crime. It's not about politics in the abstract, it's about daily life, it's about dignity. It's about whether we allow fear to be policy. Providence is an immigrant city. Rhode Island is an immigrant state. And we refuse to accept a reality where families live in constant surveillance and where children are collateral damage and where silence is mistaken for safety. We are here to be loud because silence has never protected us, and we are here to be clear because our lives are not negotiable. That's right. We are here to demand better, not someday, not later, but now. We protect each other, we show up for each other, and we are not backing down. Thank you.
Please give it up one more time for Leah. Donald Trump, take a hike.
Donald Trump, take a hike.
Time for a general strike.
Time for a general strike.
Billionaires, take a hike.
Billionaires, take a hike.
Time for a general strike.
Time for a general strike.
ICE, take a hike.
ICE, take a hike.
The people want a general strike.
The people want a general strike.
We've got power, we've got might.
We've got power, we've got might.
The people want a general strike.
The people want a general strike.
Are you ready to take this demand, all of our demands, through the streets of Providence? We are going to be marching across the pedestrian bridge, down North Main Street, and stopping a couple of blocks later near the Superior Courthouse, where ICE has been kidnapping our neighbors. Shame! We invite you to line up behind the banners, which will be facing on that direction, and we will be marching in just a moment.
Families, free them all.
Free our families, free them all!
Free our families, free them all.
Free our families, free them all!
Free our families, free them all.
No hate, no fear!
No hate, no fear.
ICE is not welcome here!
ICE is not welcome here.
ICE is not welcome here!
ICE is not welcome here.
ICE is not welcome here!
ICE is not welcome here.
Say it loud and say it clear!
Say it loud and say it clear.
Say it loud and say it clear!
Say it loud and say it clear.
ICE is not welcome here!
ICE is not welcome here.
ICE is not welcome here!
ICE is not welcome here.
Justice before demand!
Justice again. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. No fear. ICE is not welcome here. ICE is not welcome here. No fear. ICE is not welcome here. No fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate. No fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate. No fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate. No fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate. No fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate. No fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate. No fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate. No fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate. No fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate. No fear. ICE is not welcome here. No fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. ICE is not welcome here. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. 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 No fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. No fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. No hate, no fear. ICE is not welcome here. No fear. ICE is not welcome here. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. We want ICE off our streets. We want ICE off our streets. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. We want ICE off our streets. We want ICE off our streets. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. We want ICE off our streets. We want ICE off our streets. Say it once, say it twice. We will put up with ICE. Say it once, say it twice. We will put up with ICE. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No ICE, 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 no KKK, no fascist USA. When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? Fight back! When workers' rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up and back! When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up and back! No ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA!
I told Jim I'd meet him on the corner. He's
El pueblo unido jamás El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. No ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA. No ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA. Say it once, say it twice. We won't put up with ICE. Say it once, say it twice. We won't put up with ICE. Say it once, say it twice. We won't put up with ICE. 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 Say it once, say it twice. We won't put up with ICE. Say I believe that we will win. Say I believe that we will win. 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 Together we're as strong as them. 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 More of us than there are 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 them. We're stronger than the worst of 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 them. We are about to pass the sites where the worst of them have been operating for months. This is the Superior Court of Rhode Island. This is a place where ISIS kidnapped so many of our immigrant neighbors. And Governor Dan McKee and Chief Justice Sattel have made only vague promises for virtual courts. We demand virtual courts now to protect our immigrant neighbors. Virtual courts now! 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 You can just grab the virtual courts now! We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
End all deportations now!
End all deportations now!
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
End all deportations now!
End all deportations now!
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
ICE out of our cities now!
ICE out of our cities now!
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
ICE out of courts now!
ICE out of courts now!
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
ICE out of courts now!
ICE out of courts now!
ICE out of our cities 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 now!
When immigrants are under attack, what do we we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
One solution.
One solution.
Revolution.
Revolution.
One solution.
One solution.
Revolution.
Revolution.
One solution. Revolution. One solution.
Revolution.
One solution.
Revolution.
One solution.
Revolution.
There is only one solution.
There is only one solution.
Working class revolution.
Working class revolution.
There is only one solution.
There is only one solution.
Working class revolution.
Working class revolution.
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
Abolish ICE right now.
Abolish ICE right now.
We want justice, you say how?
We want justice, you say how?
Abolish ICE right now.
Abolish ICE right now.
Make some noise if you were going to keep fighting until ICE has been abolished. Make some noise if you were going to keep fighting until we change this racist system for good. Make some noise if you were going to keep fighting until every one of our working class siblings, women, men, trans, cis, immigrant, citizen, are safe and welcome here. We're going to pass it off to just a couple more speakers who are going to close out our rally. We don't want you leaving yet because we're about to hear from some immigrant-led voices in our community. So I want you to please welcome Sophie and Kata from AMOR, leaders in the Rhode Island Deportation Defense Network.
Okay, thank you for coming. We need to have energy, we need to get it wherever, we need to fight. So,
That's right.
AMOR comenzó hace 8 años, al inicio de la primera administración de este señor, porque sabíamos que nuestras comunidades necesitaban organizarse y movilizarse ante el terror de ICE. Hoy nos reunimos tras un año agitado bajo una administración que ha cometido crímenes imperdonables contra nuestras comunidades. El equipo de AMOR, formado por personal y voluntarios, han trabajado sin descansar, apoyando a más de 500 personas que han pasado por la custodia de ICE en el centro de detención WWII. Día tras día, estas personas sufren abusos y negligencias médicas, deshumanización y racismo flagrante a manos de los agentes de ICE. Sí. Y esto nos indigna. Sí. Hace 23 años, el Servicio de Inmigración y Control de Aduanas se creó por motivos de xenofobia y racismo, como resultado de los intereses imperialistas de Estados Unidos en el Medio Oriente. Hoy estamos viviendo politizada que no responde ante la ley y a la que se ha otorgado el derecho de aterrorizar a nuestras comunidades con total impunidad. ICE se ha convertido en la policía militar privada de un gobierno autoritario que busca imponer su control sobre su propio pueblo en beneficio de las grandes corporaciones y los intereses privados. ¿Nos hemos quedado callados? No. ¿Vamos a quedarnos callados? No. Juntos vamos a seguir organizándonos y resistiendo. Sí. Únete a la red de defensa migratoria, un movimiento estatal para defenderse del terror de ICE. Cientos de voluntarios realizan actividades de concientización en sus comunidades para difundir la información sobre la línea de defensa. Cada vez se emite una alerta de ICE en nuestro canal de alertas. Ustedes, los que están aquí, nuestra poderosa y dedicada comunidad, acuden para expulsar a ICE y apoyar a las personas y familias que están siendo perseguidos. Si aún no participan, saquen su teléfono y envíen un texto con la palabra DEFEND al 401-675-1414 para unirse a la red de defensa migratoria de Rhode Island. La semana pasada, agentes del ICE entraron al edificio de la Corte Municipal Judiciary Garage para intentar detener a un miembro de nuestra comunidad que se había presentado a su cita programada en el tribunal. La migra intenta secuestrar a personas que están tratando de cumplir la ley. Cuando la migra entró en el tribunal ese día y cruzó el perímetro de 30 metros alrededor del tribunal, infringió la ley. Sabemos que ICE seguirá violando la ley con impunidad como hace cada día. Por eso pedimos audiencias virtuales para que cumplan la ley. No significa arriesgarse a ser detenido y deportado. Necesitamos audiencias virtuales. Por favor, tenemos que pedir esto. Audiencias virtuales. Cuando decidimos ICE fuera de Rhode Island, también estamos pidiendo que se ponga fin a la detención de ICE en todas partes, no solo en Rhode Island. Cada día ICE detiene a personas en condiciones inhumanas con agua sucia en espacios superpoblados y confinados sin acceso a sus medicamentos ni a la alimentación básica. Desde el aislamiento hasta los traslados fuera del estado a centros de detenciones lejos de sus comunidades, las detenciones de ICE tienen como objetivo aislar a las personas y alejarlas de sus comunidades y de su defensa legal. Apoye la legislación de AMOR para eliminar a ICE de las detenciones en Rhode Island. Envíe su mensaje igual al número 401-675 para unirse al movimiento para poner fin a esta detención en Rhode Island. Fuera ICE en nuestras comunidades. Abolir el ICE. Salud y educación, no ICE y deportación.
AMOR started 8 years ago at the beginning of the first Trump administration because we knew that our communities needed to be organized and mobilized in the face of ICE terror. Today, we come together after one tumultuous year under an administration that has committed unspeakable crimes against our communities. AMOR's team of staff and volunteers have worked with over 500 people who have passed through ICE custody at the Wyatt Detention Center, who day after day suffer abuse and medical neglect, dehumanization, and blatant racism at the hands of ICE agents, and we are outraged. 23 years ago, Immigration and Customs Enforcement was created from a place of xenophobia and racism as a result of U.S. imperial interests in the Middle East. Today, we are experiencing the expansion of an armed and politicized force not accountable to the law that has been given the right to terrorize our communities with full impunity. ICE has become the private military police for an authoritarian administration intent on enforcing its control over its own people for the profit of big corporations and private interests. Have we stayed silent? No. Are we going to stay silent? No. Together we are going to continue to organize and resist. Join the Deportation Defense Network, a statewide movement to defend itself against ICE terror. Hundreds of volunteers do outreach in their communities to spread the word about the defense line. Every time an ICE alert goes out to our alert channel, you, our powerful and dedicated community, show up to push out ICE and support the individuals and families being targeted. If you are not already involved, please take out your phone and text DEFEND to the defense line, 401-675-1414, to get involved with the Deportation Defense Network. Last week, ICE agents entered the Garrahy Judicial Complex in an attempt to detain a member of our community who had shown up for their scheduled court appointment. Shame. ICE tries to kidnap people who are trying to follow the law. When ICE entered the courthouse that day and crossed the 100-feet perimeter around the court, they broke the law. We know ICE will continue to break the law with impunity. That is why we're calling for virtual court hearings so that following the law doesn't mean risking detention and deportation. Virtual court hearings now! Virtual court hearings now! When we say ICE out of Rhode Island, we are also calling for an end to ICE detention everywhere. Every day, ICE detains people in inhumane conditions, with dirty water, in overcrowded and confined conditions, without access to their medications or basic nutrition. From solitary confinement to out-of-state transfers to detention centers far from their communities, ICE detention is meant to isolate people and displace them from their communities and legal defense. Support AMOR's legislation to remove ICE from Rhode Island detention centers. You can text "shut it down" to the defense line number to join the movement to end ICE detention in Rhode Island and across the country. Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! From Minneapolis to Rhode Island, ICE out of our communities. Abolish ICE! Healthcare and education, not ICE and deportation. Thank you so much.
Give it up one more time for Sophie and Kata. I'd like to welcome up our seconds to last speaker of the night. Please welcome Lee from Indivisible Metro, Rhode Island.
Thank you. Hello. Good evening. It's great to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for standing all together, shoulder to shoulder this evening. Thank you for marching. I'm grateful to be here to be talking with you. I'm grateful to the folks that are organizing this and have invited me to speak this evening. My name is Lee Clasper Torch, and I'm one of the co-organizers for Indivisible Metro, Rhode Island, an indivisible chapter here for Providence, Central Falls, and Pawtucket to activate, to build community as we're doing here tonight, and to stand in active nonviolent resistance to fascism. Yes. Friends, it's winter in America. It's cold, it's winter here, we feel it. We're trying to stay warm as we march, but it is winter in America. The indomitable Gil Scott-Heron, many of you may know, jazz poet, singer, spoken word performer, wrote that famous song, Winter in America. He said, people know that something is wrong. Everybody ought to know winter seems like winter in America. The Constitution, a noble piece of paper with free society, well, they struggled, but they died in vain. And now democracy is ragtime on the corners, on the cord, hoping it rain. Yes, he is hoping for some rain, but it just don't look like rain. It's cold. It's like winter in America. My friends, it's cold outside, but the real chill is what is descending at the hands of the authoritarian regime in Washington. We know, all of us here know, we're here because we know that this is an inflection point. There's a Greek word that I love called kairos. Kairos means This is the full moment. This is the time. This is the full and decisive moment for crucial action. The time is now. Thank you. Thank you. As I transition my paper, here we are. We just celebrated, as many of our speakers said this evening, the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King yesterday. This man of conscience, this man of faith and action was deeply inspired by the great American author, maybe some of you didn't know this, Henry David Thoreau, and his essay that was entitled On the Duty of Civil Disobedience. On the duty of civil disobedience. Let your life, said Thoreau, be a counter friction to stop the machine. Let your life be a counter friction to stop this machine. Thank you. I call all of you, all of us, to be a counter friction to this machine. Yeah. Be a counter friction in the machine, Thoreau said. Martin Luther King would say something similar. He said this: here and there an individual or group dares to love and rises to the majestic heights of moral maturity and authenticity. In a real sense, Dr. King said, this is a great time to be alive. It's a good time to be alive, we might say, because it's a Kairos time to be alive. Even though optimism is impossible, even though in struggle we may face uncomfortable jail terms, even though we may endure painful threats of death, says King, even though we may be battered by storms of persecution, even though we might be tempted to want to retreat, we know we face a crisis. Here we are. But every crisis has both its dangers and its opportunities. I want you all to know that just this afternoon, for example, one of the opportunities that was taken was to hand deliver letters signed by over 30 grassroots community and social justice organizations to the offices of all of our congressional delegation just this afternoon. Yeah. We hand delivered them to all of the offices. It represented many thousands of their constituents across Rhode Island, all of us here, and many more who have a grave concern about the escalating violence and lawlessness of federal immigration authorities. So, we presented 5 succinct demands. Let me tell you what was in the letter to our delegation: to reject increased funding for ICE and Customs Border Protection, to restrict ICE and Customs and Border Patrol ability to conduct dragnet arrest operations, to end Custom and Border Patrol's deployments to our cities, to limit the Department of Homeland Security's reprogramming and transfer authority. We called on our representatives just this afternoon to withhold their votes on budgets and not give 1 penny more to those rogue agencies until these conditions have been met. Yeah. We said that they needed to act aggressively to defend their constituents, all of us, and to demand the same from their colleagues on both sides of the aisle. And friends, I want to call on all of us to continue this work, to get into and remain active, to get connected, to continue to get connected. Right now, some folks in this area, we might have seen them, you might be seeing folks passing out flyers and information about an upcoming rapid response training. It was mentioned earlier. Rapid response training this Saturday, January 24th at 2 p.m., sponsored by Indivisible Metro in collaboration with the Deportation Defense Network. Please pick up a flyer or talk to one of us about it. Get involved. Get trained, friends. A question needs to be put to all of us. What would we have done in 1930s Germany? The answer is, we're doing it. Now is the decisive moment, friends. Now is the decisive moment. Let's not let it happen that first they came for our immigrant brothers and sisters and we didn't speak up. Then they came for Minnesotans and we weren't Minnesotan, so we didn't speak up. Then they will indeed come for us, and there will be no one left to speak up. Let's not let that happen. Finally, in Boston, recently, I wanted to share a story. I was walking through Boston, and all of a sudden I looked over at the wall, and I came across some graffiti in big, huge letters, simply but powerfully proclaiming endless courage. Endless courage. I wish this deeply for all of us here. You are inspiring to me. You are incredible. You're here on this cold evening. I wish this endless courage. I wish deeply for us, friends, attitudes and actions of endless courage. I call on all of us, please, to continue to be connected, continue to remain active, to have deep resolve, please, to have persistent heart, friends, to have unbounded commitment, as you're showing tonight, to continue to be willing to sacrifice. It's going to take that, and loads of training. It will take all of these things to counter this winter in America and to turn it into a spring, a veritable spring of resistance. Endless courage, Providence. Endless courage, Rhode Island.
Give it up one more time for Lee. I want to get our energy up before our last speaker. We're standing here at the World War II Memorial, and I was reading the quote behind these banners, which likes to claim that the United States was fighting in World War II to defend democracy. So tell me why, for the entire rest of that century, through this one, they have gone to war time and time again to squash democracy. Their wars for so-called democracy are why so many of our immigrant communities are here today. So I want to ask you, show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. And please welcome our final speaker to the mic, Matt, from the Party for Socialism and Liberation.
Hello, everyone. My name is Matisse, and I'm a proud organizer with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Seeing everyone gathered here today reminds me of the strength that we have when we all stand together. And that strength will continue to be more important than ever in the times ahead. The far right's racist attacks on our communities are not slowing down, and neither is Trump's drive towards imperialist war with Venezuela and Iran. While Trump and the billionaire class wages war on people abroad, they are also waging war on our people right here at home. We stand in solidarity with the people of Minneapolis as they are standing up to the deployment of thousands of ICE agents in their city. What these attacks make crystal clear is that the war abroad and the war at home are two sides of the same struggle. As working people in the United States, we stand with our immigrant loved ones, and we stand with the people of the world who are suffering under U.S. war and domination. The connections between our struggles are clearer than ever. We have a big task ahead of us in taking on these fights, but we have powerful movements behind us to learn from. As the great Dr. King said, organization is power. In order to realize that power, we need to get organized. Right down the street from where we're standing here today in Burnside Park over there is where the Occupy movement was launched in Providence in 2011. Occupy was a major flashpoint where working class people began to realize and wake up to demand a society for the 99%, not for the billionaires. And that site is also one of the many centers of uprising for Black liberation in Providence in 2020. The murder of George Floyd by Minneapolis police ignited a nationwide uprising against police brutality and racist policing, the newest chapter in the generations-long fight for Black liberation. Just blocks from where the Minneapolis Police Department murdered George Floyd in May 2020, ICE murdered Renee Nicole Good less than 2 weeks ago. These are not isolated incidents. They are products of a capitalist system that relies on racist policing and state violence to control our communities. During the 2020 Black liberation uprisings, millions of working class people saw the true nature of police brutality and capitalism, and we took action. We filled the streets in huge numbers to demand an end to police violence. But how did the Democrats respond? They sent police after us just like the Republicans did. They imposed curfews. They arrested thousands of people. They told us that we were the ones who were a threat to public safety, not the police who were killing us. They keep telling us, just vote for us and everything will go back to normal. But what have the Democrats done to end ICE terror or to end police brutality or rising rents? Under Joe Biden, police budgets only went up. ICE continued to detain more and more immigrants, and the administration expanded privatized prison companies which profit from these detentions. Companies like Core Civic and Geo Group make billions from ICE contracts. Just a few days ago, millions of Americans learned that their own retirement funds are invested in these same companies. This shows us the truth. Both ruling class parties ultimately serve the same billionaire class. With Trump provoking war abroad and undermining the sovereignty of places like Palestine and Greenland, it can feel overwhelming. But we have to remember something really important. The ruling class is afraid of us when we organize. That's right. Only an expression of people on a historic scale can push against the offensive we are experiencing today. That is why we need a general strike. Let me say that again. We need a general strike. Why do we need? What do we need? What do we need? A general strike gives us the power to say that enough is enough. It says that we reject ICE and the far right's brazen attacks on our communities. In the general strike, workers across industries walk off the job, boycott, and mobilize together. When this happens, we have the power to make society stop. The ruling class is forced to listen to our demands. They cannot ignore us. That's right. If Jeff Bezos doesn't show up for work, what happened? Maybe a meeting gets canceled or something like that. But if warehouse workers, if delivery drivers, nurses, teachers, transit workers stop working, the entire system grinds to a halt. That is our power. Workers make this country run. By building a mass movement, we can stand against Trump's campaign of terror and against imperialist war drive, which lines the pockets of billionaires. The 8-hour work week was gained through a general strike. That was not a gift. It was a victory won through our struggle. It might be hard to imagine a general strike happening today, but we've done it before and we can do it again. Solidarity and power to the people. What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? Let's get that fucking general strike!
Make some noise one more time for Matt. Make some noise for all of our speakers and for yourselves for staying out in the cold to fight this fight. And make some noise if you're going to continue the fight. We have two things you should watch out for because Minneapolis is going on a general strike on Friday. And there are solidarity actions starting to be called right now all across the country. Keep your eyes peeled on PSL Rhode Island and AMOR Network's Instagrams to look out for an action here in our state. If you haven't already shown up when ICE shows up in our communities, learn how to. Go to tinyurl.com/IceWatchRI to join our alerts channel and come through to the mass mobilization training on Saturday at the Bell Street Chapel, 2 to 4 p.m., as Lee was mentioning. And to all of us who are continuing this fight, to all those who are watching live, because JJ Apeneda, our local live streamer, is here. Nuestra comunidad latina está mirando en vivo. Let's tell everybody what we're gonna do. We're gonna win. Venceremos. 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 Peace, everybody. Stay safe. Keep up the fight.